you right here beside me. I need to know I'm not alone. Now take it home as the night begins to fade away to yesterday. I wanna stay in this moment. Hey, I need to know
All right, check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Getting ready for the Fall Nationals here at Stafford Motor Speedway. The Ryco Motorsports.com Tour Modified Exclusive Series. Hopefully you're ready for a good night of racing. Should be a fun one. Just doing a mic check, make sure I sound okay.
It's time for live racing action with the Short Track Super League Tour Modified Exclusive Series, presented by Ryco Motorsports. Find your speed today at ryco-motorsports.com. Now, let's join Captain TV Sim Racing Broadcasting live from Stafford Speedway.
It is a legendary track that sits up in the Northeast, a track that is the home of modified racing, Stafford Motor Speedway, and that is the setting for tonight's Fall National. And we are getting ready for some great racing action tonight. Welcome in Thursday night short track racing on Captain TV. I am the Captain, Chris Scala. Welcome in to the Fall Nationals here at Stafford Motor Speedway. This half-mile oval up here in Stafford Springs, Connecticut. We are going to see some fall weather today. 74 degrees outside right now, and very low humidity. Not a chance for the virtual rain to make an appearance. Partly cloudy skies, and a full forecast of racing coming up here this afternoon. So we appreciate you joining us this evening. Your job right now is to go tell your friends to turn on Captain TV. We have got some great racing ahead of you coming up here this afternoon for 90 laps of racing, and we will get you all set up to go here in the next couple minutes. As a matter of fact, less than 2 minutes, they will qualify. Of course, we got some business to take care of this evening. Let's go over what we know about tonight's race. Well, it's going to be pretty straight and simple tonight. Of course, the top 10 will lock into the A main from qualifying here in just a couple minutes. They'll have 3 minutes to run a lap. And then 20-lap LCQs. Caution laps will count. No time limit, just like last week. And when it's all said and done, the top 15 or the top 5 cars from the 3 last chance qualifying races of 15 cars, which should be about that number when it's all said and done, will qualify for the A main. Now, if it's only 2, then we'll have 8 and 7 from each. But either way, it'll be a 25-car grid tonight, 90 laps in the A main, 2 green-white checkers. No fast repairs available tonight, so if you wreck it, well, that's a tough break when it's all over with. While reviewing your 2 winners so far on the season in the 5 races, yep, we've only had 2, and they're both from the same team. One of them is on track right now. That guy right there, Brandon Wilkinson. He has won the last 2 races in 3 of the last 4. North Wilkesboro last week, and of course Southern. He dominated the state of North Carolina pretty much just a couple weeks ago. And then over here on pit road, Kyle Ely in the number 7 car. He is your other winner on the season so far, both from that same team, Wolfpack Motorsports, and we'll see if they can do it again this evening. But first, we got to qualify, and we will set up the grid. And as always, we will set up the qualifying for you. At the bottom of the screen, you will see the black bar, and on that black bar, you'll see cars coming across to take laps. And basically, when those cars come across the line, if you see a number that goes purple, that person is taking the pole. If you see a number that's green, that means that person has run the fastest lap of their 2 laps. And if you see yellow, then obviously that person is, well, got a little bit of work to do to gain some speed. So we'll check out Michael Steffen, the boss man here in the video game machine, the arcade car. He likely will be the first one to take laps here, so let's see what he can do around this, what they call, according to Wikipedia, semi-banked half-mile oval. They have no number. It's semi-banked. Michael Steffen taking a little slow off the corner there. I think he purposely did that just to get a good lap in. He's going to try to use this lap as the hot lap, slides it up the corner. I say slow, 18.45. You see Beckler going to the front, Zames up there, and you see the times coming across the screen. Fontaine to the front. They're crossing the line really quickly. Kyle Ely on a burner, 18.2. And he pulls it off the track. Looking for Brandon Wilkinson. I was about to find him, but at 18.18, he is on the pole. Let's go find our pro driver. There's a world-class driver in the field tonight. This guy right here, Alex McCollum, bringing the world-class team up here tonight. And it's number 41. Let's see what kind of lap he can run in the splash and go, number 41. Alex was up there in the top 5 in practice. He goes P2, 18.208. So we got a minute still left in qualifying. A lot of cars still going out here to qualify. Let's check out Tony Quadros. Don't mind the updating paint schemes, guys. I'm just realizing you're not here in cars. Caught it now before or later. How about Carpenter going up to P3? Brad Carpenter in that number 31. P3 on the grid. Quadros down in 17th right now. Going to go for 2. 26 cars have put a lap on the board. And it looks like we're looking at about 34 cars on the grid. Top 10 will qualify. So right now, Stefan is on the border. Matthew Telder's run laps. See if anybody else. Right now, no one else has come on track, and I think that's going to do it. So everybody has completed a lap who is going to, and that will set up the grid for this first A-main, or the heat race. Of course, the top 10 qualify. So Wilkinson, McCollum, Ely, Carpenter, Blanchard, Hindre, Fontaine, Murphy, Rogers, and Stefan. You won't hear their names again until the A-main. But right now, we're going to do some heat racing, which is always the fun part of a Thursday night. Bring in all the racers who are not in the A-main yet. They'll come over here and watch the race, and hopefully you guys will, like I said, go out there and get some viewers to be watching. Like last night, the truck series from the Great Lakes Truck Series, they went out and got some people for us. We had a ton of viewers watching last night, and I appreciate all that. Curran Beckler will be on the pole. He qualified 11th. Kevin Anderson, the New Jersey driver, will start second. Pete Polini, Kyle Crane, the Ryco Motorsports team, they're starting third and fourth. Tommy Flanagan, the Pennsylvania driver, starts alongside Aaron Johnson. G.W. Bennett, who had the comeback award last week, gaining almost 20 spots in that race at North Wilkesboro. He'll start seventh alongside Jeff Horniak. Kenny Zames will start next to Ed Clark, Nathan Wenzel, and Kevin Davis. They'll be inside of row number 6 and outside of row 6, and that'll be all the drivers in this 12-person field as the cars have rolled off. Some of them bringing their old school paint schemes to the track again tonight. And a lot of cars not starting this heat race here. So we're down to, what, 8 cars? So pretty much all of these cars are going to qualify right off the bat. So tonight, in this race, it's just going to be a matter of getting the best finish you can. Let's use this 20 laps as a test session. Down the back straightaway here, Stafford Motor Speedway. Up here in Connecticut, fall season is here. We're going to do some northeastern short track driving on a track that has produced a lot of champions and a lot of great drivers. Who's your next champion? We'll see tonight. As Beckler leads Polini down into turn number 1. A one-groove track for the most part. You want to get to the bottom as quick as you can. I say that as Polini kind of pushes Kevin Anderson up the track. Now these cars are open setups, so they are not in a fixed setup. So these teams are bringing their own sets to the track for the racing. Everybody single file, 2 laps in the books. Obviously, comparing track-wise, you could look at this track as another version of Martinsville, basically. A little bit less longer on the straights and a little wider corners. Otherwise, you can just see with the flatness of the track what is in front of you. Aaron Beckler, that Budweiser mobile, he's got about a half second or so on Pete Polini. Tommy Flanagan He ran the fastest lap that last time by. He is in that third position. As we'll ride with that Pennsylvania driver. What kind of speeds we got around here? That wall will reach out and grab you over there off turn 4. Down to turn 1, a very tight corner. You can almost diamond it a little bit. Maybe use the apron just to slide them out. Sun's starting to make its appearance again. See the cars starting to kind of slide up the track a little bit as these tires fall off. Aaron Johnson at 78. Ryco Motorsports team right there trying to battle the number 07 of GW Bennett. GW, and that man had a roller coaster of a night last week at North Wilkesboro. Spun early in the heat race, worked his way up, transferred in, started in the back, and worked his way up to a top 10 finish, avoiding all the cautions and getting a great finish last Thursday night, looking to do it without the drama. Pete Pellini starting to reel in at 35. Those tires coming up to pressure. And now the 35 starting to stalk. We ride with the 51. Oh, 35 up the track, drove it a little deep. Starting to rubber up just a little bit too. That's going to cause to get slicker and slicker and slicker. Aaron Johnson on pit road. I think he's just waving a white flag and saying, you know what, I'm still in the main, so we're good. But he will start tail end Charlie on the field. Kevin Anderson, that New Jersey driver, definitely using all the track there. He was all 4 on the bottom. So as I mentioned, this Stafford Speedway, home of modified racing. Plenty of SK modified races here. As a matter of fact, SK modified racing hosted at this track the most racing of that style from 1985 up to 2019. Over 100 modified events here at this track, including the Spring Sizzler and a fall event, much like you're seeing tonight. If it's tonight's 90 laps, the usual race was 150. Ooh, one car touching the wall there. It's Kevin Anderson kind of clipping it. Gotta be a little careful, because all you're doing now is just trying to get the best starting position for that A main. As we are at 3 laps to go. Curran Beckler was under pressure for a little bit. Now he stretched it back out to 0.8 of a second over Pete Pellini. Tommy Flanagan there in that 3rd spot with Kevin Crane and Kevin Anderson and Kyle Crane. That's your top 5 right now. Aaron Johnson back on track, 5 laps down after the pit stop. White flag. And heat race, or last chance qualifier number 1. And the Budweiser machine will take race number 1 as Curran Beckler gets the checkered flag. Pellini, Flanagan, Anderson, Kyle Crane will be 5th. And again, all these cars that started the race will make it to the main event by default. And I think I just Marty Reeded the bit. I literally did. I called the finish a lap early. Whoopsies! If you don't know what I mean by Marty Reeded the bit, if you ever go watch I think it's the Kentucky Xfinity race, about 10 years ago, Ryan Blaney wins the race, but he calls Ryan Blaney to the finish a lap early. That's what I mean by that. But I just pulled that one off. Race results from heat race number 1. Right there, Beckler, Pellini, Flanagan, Anderson, Crane, GW Bennett, Horniak, Johnson, the only 8 that started. The rest of those guys did not start the 20-lap event. So we move on to the starting lineup for heat race number 2. And that'll feature Luke Daniels alongside Ken Zames. Tony Quadros will start inside of row number 2 alongside Brandon Pirtle. Michael Benedetto, Matthew Telder in row number 3. Robert Smith, the Indiana driver, starts next to Virginia's Richard Benedetto. Kyle Sisko will start next to Amy Catalano. Another version of Amy Catalano starts next to Ronald Redmond Jr. Those 12 cars, if they grid, will start this race. And this one will feature the top 7. So it looks like once again the bottom 4 not starting, so we're going to have 8 again, but this time one person will go home. So a reminder, you see in the bottom of the screen, Ryco Motorsports, their website link or logo right there, their website is right there at the bottom in the info page. Ryco-motorsports.com. If you need professionally built setups or a fresh paint scheme and more, you can check out Ryco-motorsports.com. They are the title sponsor of the Toro Modified Exclusive Series. That'll see heat race number 2 go green right now. Oh, contact up here in the front. The 9 gets loose. That allows Zames to go to the front. For some reason, my track map's not working. I don't know. When all else fails, just reboot real quick. But Luke Daniels going to fall to second. Tony Quadros up here to third. Brandon Pirtle and Michael Benedetto, your top 5 right now. There's 2 laps going to board. Back here at the transfer position, these 2 here, Richard Benedetto and the 08 of Robert Smith. These guys are fighting for that last transfer spot. Dave Rowe, you watching tonight? Right on board, Tony Quadros here, looking back at the driver, the New Englander up here in his homeland. It's very common, that car, for somebody, you know, trying to win a heat race here. Looking up there at that 9 car of Daniels, you see Daniels using all the track up, including that apron. All the 52 has gone around on the back straightaway, and that is going to set this up to where pretty much all Robert Smith needs to do is finish this race. Let's see what happened to Benedetto. No caution, and that's because he spun out here in an area where really there was no cars at. Well, he just goes into the corner hot, spins it down to the grass. Just Just a lazy spin, and unfortunate for him. Nine laps going to be completed next time by. Brandon Pirtle, that 28 car, trying to get up here to Quadros in the 22. That'd be a battle for third. Everybody just kind of driving it in deep, diamonding the corner, and basically making each straightaway longer when it is all over with. That is what the definition of diamonding the corner is. Laps quickly tick off here. 18 seconds in. Oh, catching a lap car at a wrong time here. Zames gets pushed wide. Almost opened the door for Luke Daniels there. Everybody working their way around Richard Benedetto, who's just trying to get out of everybody's way here. Oh, and that's going to cost a spot right there, as Matthew Telder goes by Michael Benedetto. See the brakes blowing on that number 90 here. You got to use a pretty good amount of brake down in these corners. On a straightaway speed and into the semi-banked corners. That 9 car is all over the apron. Trying to find grip wherever he can. He's getting slowly but surely closer. Down to 4 tenths, down to 3 tenths. Three laps to go. And a battle up here for the 4th position. Matthew Telder has caught the 28 of Pirtle. And Matthew's going to drive it in there. Pirtle's going to let him go. Just kind of give him the spot. As we have 2 laps to go. So Zames going to come off turn 4 here. He'll see the white flag, or he won't see it because the flagman's not waving it. Down out of turn number 4, Ken Zames. He will score heat race number 2. Luke Daniels, Tony Quadros, Matthew Telder. And back here on the back straightaway, Robert Smith, the Indiana driver, is going to be the 7th and last qualifier into the A main. So I believe we'll have a warm-up now of just a couple minutes, allow everybody to get a bathroom break and that kind of thing, and we are actually going to step away ourselves for a quick minute. We'll be right back as you're watching the Fall Nationals on Captain TV. right, back we are here at Stafford Motor Speedway as we get ready for the A main of tonight's race. The winter. I'm already a season ahead of myself. The Fall Nationals. We're about to wrap up the warm-up here any minute. They literally just run a couple minutes and then they are on. Then they are racing again. It's just one of those things. They get about 2 or 3 minutes to get a couple laps, and then they are right back on track, ready to go. Just like that, checkered flag waves. 2 minutes of a warm-up. And we will see the starting lineup for the Fall Nationals. Here we are, Brandon Wilkinson and Alex McCollum. World Cup driver there in the number 41. He starts second. Kyle Ely in the number 7. He'll start third alongside Brad Carpenter. Ryan Blanchard, Daniel Hindre will start there 5th and 6th. Samuel Fontaine, Zach Murphy, row number 4. Row 5, A.J. Rogers, the Virginia driver alongside Michael Steffen. Row number 6, Kern Beckler, Ken Zames. Row number 7, you will see Pete Polini and Luke Daniels. Beckler and Zames, I should mention, they were the heat race winners, so they start 11th and 12th. And then the inside row, the rest of the grid you'll see. Inside is the Heat 1 racers. Outside, Heat 2 racers. So Quadros, Kevin Anderson, Matthew Telder, Kyle Crane, Brandon Pirtle, G.W. Bennett, Michael Benedetto, Jeff Horniak, Robert Smith, and Aaron Johnson will complete the 25-car grid for the 90-lap feature here this evening. Now, next week, you ought to join us as we go to South Boston Speedway, where they're going to have a double header, actually, of racing. We're going to do 2 races in one night, basically, at South Boston, called the Fall Brawl. If you're a wrestling fan, you'll like that reference. So we'll get one to go this time by. Now, Brandon Wilkinson, remember, he was the pole sitter. Well, they didn't do this last week. I think somebody forgot to, but this week they got it right. And Brandon Wilkinson is shotgun on the field tonight, so we'll be watching that number 56 come through, starting dead last, getting the EOL, basically, for winning last week's race. So it's kind of like all right, you won the race, now let's see if you can do it from the back. So we'll watch it, 90 laps of feature racing on a Thursday night. Let's go! Oh, a little bit of a ruggedy start there in the back. Going to cause some 3 wide. I think cooler heads prevail. That almost got UGLY. There's Brandon Wilkinson. And for some reason, I clicked on Brandon's name and this thing went nuts. Holy cow. I think we're up to date now. That's 3 laps in the book. Ely has led them all. The 08. Back here, Robert Smith already 3/4 of a lap down, along with the 25 of Michael Benedetto. There they are right in front of the leaders here. So I'm not sure if they started on pit road or what happened here, but Ely's going to go by and bring the rest of these leaders with him. way off the pace is that 25 car. And here's the 29, Zach Murphy, under attack. Murphy has Samuel Fontaine, or the man I call Gru, if you ever watch The Incredibles. Or not The Incredibles, that's the wrong movie. The Minion movie, you'll know who Gru is. Oh, tight racing up in front here. Daniel Hindre under attack from the 9 of Ryan Blanchard. It's another one of the Wolfpack Motorsports cars with 3 entries in here tonight. As Robert Smith going a lap down, he's going to stay down the apron in that 08 car. Good tight short track racing all throughout this field. Ely with about a 6/10 of a second lead. Let's go back here. Side by side battling. Luke Daniels just ahead of Kyle Crane, who's underneath Kevin Anderson. He's got Wilkinson. Look at Brandon, already up to 16th after starting 25th in 9 laps. That 56 has got a pretty nice ride behind it. And so far, the guy who has started tailgate or shotgun on the field has not had good luck getting through it. And Brandon's definitely shown he can do it tonight. As the 9, Luke Daniels going underneath the 87 of Tommy Flanagan. That is a battle as Flanagan knocks the wall down. And there are 3 wide. As Wilkinson goes by them both. Great racing everywhere. You see Telder, he's going by Kevin Anderson. So Anderson just falling back right now. Ride with Zach Murphy here in that 29 truck in the car as he follows Ryan Blanchard to number 9. This is the 5th and 6th place cars. Pretty tight there. Beckler under attack back here. Ken Zames, the winner of the 2 heat races side by side for the 11th. Make that 10th position as Michael Steffen comes into play also here. "15 laps on the board already. Great short track racing going on here as the battle's starting to shape up for the 4th position. Blanchard has caught Hindre. This is about a second behind Brad Carpenter, who's right up there in the 3rd position. Oh, Hindre showed the bottom a little bit, and the 9 car almost filled it. And caution is out for the first time. Looks like Tommy Flanagan with some issues. First caution of the entire night. Let's see if we can find what happens here. Oh, front straightaway there behind Tommy Flanagan is the 22 car of Tony Quadros. Going to get a little loose off the corner and spins a rain in front of the 78. Of Aaron Johnson. Aaron not having too good of a night so far. Actually hits the inside wall also here. The first caution comes out. And lap 18. believe that is the 25 of Michael Benedetto you saw go by and take the Lucky Dog Award. He'll be back on the lead lap. So again, next week we'll have 2 races at South Boston Speedway, 50-lap event, and we will enjoy that doubleheader. Coming up next Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern for practice, and the race at 8:45 on Captain TV. I also say, Aaron, you've had a pretty rough night, buddy. Sorry to see your luck there, man. We should see 1 to go this time by. Lights on the Ford Mustang pace car are off. Keep an eye on Brandon Wilkinson. He has worked his way up to the 13th position after starting 25th. There he is on the inside, net 56. He is just slowly picking them off. Kind of like picking apples off a tree during the fall season. His car going to pull in. Kyle Ely going to get back on the throttle as you're allowed to go once the pace car pulls off. And well, pit road here is in the middle of the turn, so you pretty much got that whole turn to come back to the race, and we got a big wreck back behind here. The 31 has been turned around. Pellini is in it. That's Brad Carpenter. It's been turned. The 17 in it. Oh, look out. Pellini tries to turn around and sideswipes the 9. And just like that, cautions, they breed cautions. See here what happens as they go to turn. Whoa, the 9 doesn't go. That actually might be a benefit, one of those kind of things that just helps you out from an accident type of thing happen. Outside of that move, but hey. A blessing in disguise, that was the word I'm looking for. Caution out for the second time. Let's go back, we'll just use this way. And look for the 31. Brad Carpenter here. Looks like, uh-oh. Chrome horn action. Boom! He gets turned by the 9. And just a chain reaction. Fontaine gets involved also there in the 91. Pace car doesn't know how to get off pit road apparently. So caution number 2 comes out. Unfortunately, you're going to have those kind of nights, brother. I know what it's like. So I see Kyle Ely in the middle of this pack here. I'm guessing some of these cars, these are the ones that got involved maybe and got stuck behind the pace car potentially. Yeah, you see Luke Daniels in here, Carpenter, AJ Rogers in the 17, he was involved, Jeff Horniak. So these guys are just going to take the wave around, come back around to the lead lap. Just a little glitch, I guess you could say iRacing has there. It's kind of like the old start-finish line thing. Sometimes in iRacing, I don't know if it still happens, but if you don't get across the start-finish line and a caution comes out, then pretty much you're stuck behind the pace car until you get the wave around and lets you pit, then you're stuck a lap down. So yeah, the wave rounds are going to go by now. We'll see the race back in the hands of Kyle Ely in the number 7 Wolfpack Motorsports car, looking to make it 6 for 6 tonight as this team has just dominated the season. Him and Brandon Wilkinson. As we'll come back to racing, Wilkinson going to restart 8th this time, and I think they waved off the green. And the pace car is doing some mean off-roading over here. Who is driving this thing tonight? Oh, we got to see this. Look at the pace car here. Watch this. Through the wall, comes out. Look out for the pace car. Scares the hell out of the Zames car. Oh, I love the pace car sometimes. Here we go. Pace car pulls off. And look at this, Brandon Wilkinson up to the top 5 after 30 laps and 2 cautions. Attaboy, Aaron, way to be a good team player. Happy to see that. Ooh, one car sticking in on the bottom down there. That's the 94 of Kyle Crane looking underneath Fontaine. This is for 8th. Through 3 and 4, and Wilkinson looking underneath Zach Murphy now. He's right on board the New Englander hometown track here. Slides it into that corner. You just hear how he's able to roll it back to the throttle. Five laps complete in this race. Got battles all over the place here. So let's go back to 15th. Aaron Beckler, the heat race winner, struggling to get through the field. As a matter of fact, he's lost some spots on track here in his 16th position. Started 11th. And he's trying to get around GW Bennett right now. Should mention biggest mover in the race, when you take away the EOL from Brandon Wilkinson, is actually Kyle Crane. Started 19th all the way up to 9th right now. And that Ryco Motorsports car is Matthew Telder underneath of Pirtle. Oh, a little door check there, a little hip checking. As Kevin Anderson, or make that Tommy Flanagan, wrong driver, going to go by there in the 87. And right behind him, here comes Pete Pelini, who was involved in the accident a couple laps ago. He's trying to work his way back up through the field. The man behind Ryco Motorsports, which, by the way, if you see right there in the race info screen, you'll see Ryco-motorsports.com, the website. Oh, Pete's on the grass. Might be a little too low there, Pete. But that is the main title sponsor of this Tour Modifying Exclusive Series. You can check out their tons of paints that they can put together for you if you want to get your car painted, or if you want to check out some of the setups they have. I was actually looking at their website this week. They got plenty of great modified setups and stock car setups and more you can check out at rycomotorsports.com. It's actually Ryco-Motorsports. Don't forget the dash. Not the word, but the actual line. So anybody else notice that pass by Pelini on the high side? That was pretty impressive. One car getting shuffled. That's Robert Smith, the lap car. Robert just trying to stay out of everybody's way tonight. And look here, the 07 getting shuffled out. GW Bennett going to lose a spot to Pirtle. Curran going to try to stick it in there. And Beckler not able to, but there goes the 07 back up the track. Here comes Beckler again. Takes the spot away. And Beckler going to come with him here. Go. Pirtle shutting the door on the 35 as they continue on. Let's look up here. Tommy Flanagan under attack from Pete Polini for the 12th position. And we try to catch all the passes for you here on Captain TV. We love good racing, and that's what we're seeing tonight. Only 2 cautions so far in this whole entire evening. Trying not to jinx it. We're crossing halfway right now. Kyle Ely has led all the laps. Oh, and caution is out. I believe Daniel Hendry's in trouble. The 71 right there. That'll bring caution out for the 3rd time. I will not take blame for this. Now let's see what happens. Wilkinson trying to get by him here. And if I remember last week, there was a little bit of, oh, he gets turned. Now last week, there was a little bit of argy-bargy, as some broadcasters say, Calvin Fish in particular. Between Kyle Ely, Brandon Wilkinson's teammate, and the 71. And now tonight, Wilkinson into the back of the 71. So interesting situation, as I like to say. Let's see. I think it was very, very slight contact, too. See, Zames gets a big piece of it. Stefan does a good job getting off the throttle. Caution out for the 3rd time. And we are actually seeing some pit stops from the leaders. Well, Kyle Ely brings everybody to pit road here. And it looks like some 2-tire stops from a lot of these guys. But we are going to see some shuffling of the field right here. All right, I got to do this interview. Probably one of my favorite people in this room, and everybody's great to talk to, but one of my favorite people to talk to. And you're going to understand why I call him Gru here in a second. A super good guy, funny dude. If I can get him, I'm trying to do what Dave Rowe taught me, and it's not working. There we go. Hey Sam, you got a copy, buddy?
I do, man.
What's up, Grill? Running up here in the top 5 right now, little tire strategy?
Yeah, I mean, like, I got a bad luck earlier, so a little bit of damage. So I tried to fix a little bit of that while taking 2 tires and maybe taking some position. It's hard to pass here, so hopefully it's going to pay.
Do you think you can hold off some of these stronger cars? You're going to have McCullum right there behind you.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge deal, though.
Hey, good luck. You're going to. I'll let you go here. You're going to green.
Yeah, thank you.
Sam Fontaine, good guy. I'll get you. I'm working on it. I'll get you.
No stress, man. No stress.
I remember what channel you go in.
Hey, boys. Hey, boys.
Hey, here's a problem. I can't remember what team he's on. Oh, that Moneymakers. Here he is.
Green.
And they're going, and I can't get him in the right room. This is great.
Oh, watch out. Turn 1, turn
Man,
1. Ah,
heck,
fuck off, man.
It's red on the stream. Thanks, Sam. Pardon the language, boys.
I have to... why I lose that much?
All right, I'm going to drag you down. Sam, I'm still trying to get you down there, dude. some reason, there's no button for Moneymaker Motorsports. It wasn't working, but Sam has a caution. Don't mind the language on his part. We're alive. Well, the good news, only 4 people heard that. All right, so the caution out again, and it happens right up front. Let's go to it. And Ryan Blanchard gets turned around into 9. Or not the 9, he's in the, well, they're hitting each other in the caution here. I think the wreck has already happened here, potentially. Yeah, it has already happened. Well, no. Where did it happen at here? So they're going to come to the green. They get checked up. Oh, and the 9 gets into the leader. And mayhem ensues. Watch it again. He just drives in there deep and sends him. You see Fontaine gets a piece of it. Pellini. I want to see if... I think Flanagan's a little unhappy here. And he drives off. A little hip checking there going on. But an interesting scenario of events happening here all of a sudden. I got to talk to somebody and all heck breaks loose. 4th caution of the night, though. So, Dave Rowe, a buddy of mine, taught me where you can right-click somebody's name and move them to a channel. The problem is there is no Moneymaker Motorsports over here in that screen. I couldn't find a channel to send them to. Fail fish. All right, so Ely going to bring him back to the green after missing the mayhem there. Alex McCollum 2nd. Fontaine, who we just spoke to, is 3rd. Zach Murphy 4th. Brandon Wilkinson up to 5th. Pete Pellini back to 6th after being involved in the first caution of the night. Kyle Crane up from 19th to 7th now as we go back to racing. Oh, they're 3 wide back here in the wreck. Big wreck. Pellini's involved. Kyle Crane. The 07 is in it. That started pretty much off the corner. See how this all transpires. Oh yeah, Pete Pellini gets loose, tags his own teammate. Stefan gets a piece of it twice and still gets through there. Let's watch it again. I want to get the right on board camera here real quickly. Watch here. Gets a piece there. And another piece there. But Stefan makes his way through. So caution number 5 all of a sudden now went, what, 20 laps of green flag racing to start the race. And all of a sudden 3 cautions here in the last 10. right. So Ely, McCollum, Fontaine, Murphy, and Wilkinson still here in your top 5. We got, what, 15 cars on the lead lap. I say that as Kern Beckler getting tires on his number 35, trying to get some damage fixed. And less than 30 laps to go. So if you're not doing anything Saturday night, we'll be on the air. If you want to come join us, USRC, the Truck Series. I'll go ahead and put it out there. It's a truck series that, you know, I help, me and my father actually helped we're the founders of together. I can't speak English, but we're going to put it back on the air and broadcast it starting Saturday night. Race number 1, Texas Motor Speedway. If you want to come watch some fun truck racing, you can do so, as we will have a single file restart per the admins. Pace car is off. Wilkinson jumping up out of the way, and they've waved off the green here. Watch for the pace car again. Here he comes. So delaying of the yellow here. We'll see if we get one to go this time, or so we'll get at least one more lap here. All right, so pace car going to come back out, or go back in, I should say, here. 25 laps to go. Single file restart with Kyle Ely, Alex McCollum, Fontaine, Murphy, Wilkinson, your top 5 here. Want to protect that high side. If somebody gets a jump, they can pass you up there. And just back there, I say it, the 9 car jumps to the high side and gets around the 87. Beckler trying to get inside of Quandros for the 12th position. Meanwhile, Fontaine under attack, gets nerfed. The chrome horn to the 91. That's going to bring Murphy by. Wilkinson going to go by. And just by the language I heard Fontaine say earlier, I'm pretty sure he said some more of that just now as Stefan goes by too. How about Michael up to the 5th position having an awesome run? Meanwhile, battle for the lead. McCollum purple lap last time by. Fastest lap on the track in 18:16. Can he get the clean air and get it to the bottom and make this pass? The battle for 30 here. Murphy's been able to hold off Wilkinson throughout the race. If you're just joining us, Wilkinson started in the back because he won last week's race and has worked his way up to the 4th position. Looking to pat that point lead. Pretty much single file. Best battle on the track is right here. This is 3rd and 4th. It's about a second behind McCollum, who is trying to get to Kyle Ely. Wilkinson trying to work that bottom, that apron, trying to get by, not able to do so yet. Oh, and this time he gets a run. He's got the clean air. 29 gets the run off the corner though. Track definitely taking in some rubber here. Ooh, 29 got loose there, had to protect the bottom. That's going to bring Stefan in here. The boss man having a big run, best of the season so far. We look back at Brandon Wilkinson from Zach Murphy. A couple of New England drivers at their home track. Oh, that's almost a chrome horn. I think Luke Daniels has taken his car behind the wall. Not sure if something happened, maybe incident points or something. I saw all of a sudden the out sign pop up next to his name. Yikes! Finally, Wilkinson gets in there as Murphy makes a mistake in the 1 and 2, slides up the track. And Wilkinson going to finish the pass. Crossover move by Murphy. And Wilkinson going to be able to pull the power off of turn 2 and get the third position away. And he is some 2 seconds back, and he catches teammate. Got to get back into a rhythm and log laps now. Let's go back here. Get a little fight for position here. Brad Carpenter, the 31 car, involved in some incidents earlier. Another Wolfpack Motorsports car trying to get past the 76 of Kevin Anderson. Kyle Crane coming back on the track. He's going to try to get a couple positions here, as that'll help him time-wise, or points-wise, I should say, as now Michael Stefan comes up on the back of the 29 here. The video game mobile there to the 669. Trying to work his way by the 29. Now Wilkinson has not made up time on the leaders. They're still at about 2 seconds. But Alex McCollum is all over the back of Ely, waiting for him to make a mistake, if he will. They are coming up on the back of lap traffic. Seeing a little bit of smoke on the track. Not sure where that's coming from. Somebody blew up maybe, or 4 laps to go. So with everything going on tonight, the big mover of the race, once again, GW Bennett, 21st to 11th. Jeff Horniak, 23rd to 13th. And look at this, a pass right in front of the leaders, as they put a lap on the 61 of Horniak. Down the back straightaway, going to come to 2 laps to go this time by as they come up on the back of the 94 of Crane. Let's see if he gives way to the leaders. He hasn't yet. White flag, final lap. Well, he's going to be able to hold off McCollum going to be his third win of the season. Kyle Ely has won the Fall Nationals at Stafford. McCollum gets second, Wilkinson up to third after starting in the back. But they are now tied 3-3 in the win column, and Wolfpack Motorsports continues to dominate this series. And the 7 goes over and parks it in victory lane. All right, race results for tonight. That's actually the heat race. Let me go hit the main event real quickly on my screen. Pardon me for a second. Bada boom. There we go. Kyle Ely, Alex McCollum, his debut tonight, finishing second. Brandon Wilkinson third. Zach Murphy and Michael Steffen finishing in the 5th position. So great top 5 run for Mike there. Sam Fontaine 6th on those older tires. He was able to get a 6th place run there. Kern Beckler 7th. Brandon Pirtle 8th. Brad Carpenter, Kevin Anderson, your top 10. G.W. Bennett going to finish 11th. Tony Quadros 12th. Jeff Horniak 13th. Matthew Telder 14th. Luke Daniels going to be your top 15. Benedetto, Flanagan, Kyle Crane, Robert Smith finishing in the 19th position. Pete Polini 20th. Ken Zames 21st. Daniel Hindre 22nd. A.J. Rogers 23rd. Aaron Johnson 24th. And Ryan Blanchard, unfortunately, going to finish shotgun on the field in the 25th position. So that's the way it all shapes
just want to
up
say
for
good luck overall. Nice job, guys. Good race. It was good and clean.
And yeah, as the team is joining me here pretty much in victory lane, it appears. Just trying to get it all set up here real quick before I talk to you guys. That's where I hit that button right there. Okay. There we go. Kyle Ely, another win for you tonight, sir. 3rd of the season. You and Brandon, again, tied at 3. A little bit of a you kept it pretty much up front the whole time, and then you had the pit strategy come into play, and you had to avoid a pretty big wreck in the front. But once again, your team had the setup to beat tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I drove the wheels off this car to stay in front of Alex, not just because I owed it to myself the past couple of weeks with not performing. It's how I'd like to, but, to make sure Mark Logan's going to be still undefeated this season. As far as really good cars, and we've won. Wolfpack has won every race so far, so hopefully we could keep that streak alive next week.
Talk about just the hard work. You mentioned Mark Logan all the time, obviously, and Brandon, because the man puts a lot of work and a lot of effort into putting these setups together. I mean, I just got to ask, curiosity, how many hours does this man put these setups together?
Depends on every week. He puts in a lot of time just working by himself, and then today we tested before the race, but most times we test earlier in the week, so probably 3 to 4 hours. Me and myself and Brandon, we work together making the car the way we want it to be to our driving style. And Mark probably puts around I don't want to quote him, but probably like 5 or so hours before that building the sets just for us, so we have a stock base to work off.
That's absolutely crazy, man. That's awesome, though. I mean, that just shows you the effort that it takes to put together, multiple great cars each and every week, and that's got to give you a ton of confidence going into these races.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, me and Brandon probably wouldn't be driving up front if it wasn't for Mark and his knowledge with the modified. So, it gives us a little bit of leisure coming into these races, knowing that we're going to have a good piece, even off of just the base set, without really adjusting anything to our driving style and how we like to run here and other tracks. So Mark does a really good job of just giving us a piece that we could work with, probably a car that could be contending for wins even if we didn't practice before. So if it wasn't for him, we probably would be struggling here.
Well, you did a fantastic job, Kyle, as always. If you got any people you want to say hello to or whatever, go ahead and do so.
Yeah, just thank you to you for broadcasting, Michael, for putting this league together. The racing's got a lot better last couple of weeks, so glad to see that. And Mark Logan and Brandon Wilkinson, Ryan Blanchard, everybody at Wolfpack Motorsports for bringing me good cars, and thanks to Alex for running me clean that race. It's fun being able to race with a good competitor that's a pro on the sim and that could run people clean. So it was really fun, and can't wait to be back next week.
Absolutely. We'll see you at South Boston. So Alex McCollum, second place run for you tonight, and I don't want to say totally it's your debut tonight because I've only been around 6 races myself, but you definitely showed up tonight, brought a pretty good piece, and had a chance to win. Talk about your race tonight.
Yeah, overall it's pretty good. I was able to hang with Kyle there. He'd pull away in the short run, and then I get him in the mid run, and then he start to pull away, and then I slowly catch him. But overall, really good car tonight. Was a really good race.
Tough to pass as always when you're on a track that pretty much, for the most part, is one groove and kind of flat like this. I'm sure that made it tough not being able to get clean air on that car.
Yeah, for sure. It was super hard to pass. I had a couple runs in Kyle, but I didn't want to force my issue and take us both out of the contention. So I know he's running for points, so I didn't want to ruin anything with him and risk anything. I'm just here to have fun. So brought a good car tonight. Got to thank everyone at 09. Just a fun race tonight.
And you fell back a little bit into the pack mid race there. Talk about the kind of nerves that you might have got because I'm like, I don't want to be here. I want to be up back to the front there.
Yeah, we put it there with Kyle, and then I was questioning myself, should I put it later in the run or came in earlier to try to strategize and get in front of him because how hard it was to pass. But overall, I think the strategy worked out pretty good. But happy with a second place for sure.
Well, great job, Alex. We happy to see you out here joining this pretty good field, and give shout outs whoever you'd like to here.
You guys for putting this event on. You guys for broadcasting. 09 and Daniel Pope for helping me with the last minute adjustment. For sure brought the card alive.
Awesome, Alex. Good to see you out here, and hopefully we'll see you at South Boston next week. Brandon Wilkinson, the man that started Tailgate Charlie, and I'm like, okay, let's see if he breaks the string of people starting in the back. And let's just skip right to the beginning because, I mean, you were gaining spots left and right. Didn't get a caution until about lap 20, and you were up pretty much halfway through the field at that point. Talk about the car you had because obviously, Mark put a good piece for you too.
Yeah, I just Mark and I went a little aggressive on our car tonight just because I knew I was going to have to come through the field. Built obviously a really good race car. First and foremost, he works really hard, and Kyle was able to beat one of the best, not only just drivers in general, but one of the best short track drivers on the sim tonight. So it's a testament to how good the car was. But yeah, I mean, just we were missing a little bit tonight. I don't know, man. It's crazy racing back there with those guys. I mean, luckily, we had Lucas Leone up on the box first tonight, and he stayed sharp all night. Made really good calls, especially with those couple wrecks in front of us there. But that last one there, when Blanchard's car popped out of gear, it dinged the right front a little bit. We got a little bit of motor damage, but at that point, I was just happy to be in fourth. And Zach raced me really clean early. So if we finish fourth, we finished fourth. He ended up slipping up into 1 and 2, and I slipped by him there. So happy with a third. We were going to settle pretty much there in that top 5. Just we were kind of in our own little bubble there, and pretty safe where we were at. So wasn't too worried about it. I knew Kyle and Alex were going to run away with it tonight, but no. It was obviously it was a really good car.
Yeah, you mentioned that battle with Zach. That was a pretty spirited one. You mentioned clean, but you guys were doing everything you could. I mean, especially you behind him. You were trying to keep the chrome horn off him. We were on the gearbox cam a couple times, and I mean, I could see the inside of your motor almost, so I knew you were pretty close to him. But it's still great racing, though, between you two.
Yeah, like I said, man, he ran me really clean there when I was trying to come through the field the first time. So you kind of remember that. I don't know. It's just some guys don't have that mindset. We kind of got held up by a couple guys tonight and just wasn't putting up with it. We did that at Langley, and I was really nice to people at Langley, and it was the same people that caused issues at Langley. So I wasn't going to sit behind them and watch my race go away. So it all starts with a good car, obviously, at the beginning of the week, and Mark makes sure we unload with a really fast piece no matter where we go. So we'll take this momentum and go to South Boston for sure. Just I definitely didn't want to get into Daniel there mid race, but kind of like I said, going back to Langley, it's the same deal, man. You wait around and you're nice, and you end up on the short end of the stick sometimes. So just wasn't going to play that game tonight, not for anybody. Ran him down by a straightaway. So it's good to race with guys like Zach clean like that. But if we have to put it to him, that's what we got to do.
All right, Brandon. Well, we appreciate your time. Send shout outs real quickly to whoever you like.
Yeah, no problem. I just want to thank all the guys, Burners Liquors. Peter does an immense amount of stuff for me. He's a really good friend, and proud to promote his business every week. Everybody at Epic Media, Trent Goodrow Designs, Tommy Burns for the logos. And last but not least, obviously, my teammates. I have a great crew chief, but the teammates make it worth it to race with every week. Kyle, Ryan, and Riley, all those guys, man, they make it fun. That's the reason we're on here, is to have fun. So, and obviously Mark for just being everything I need. We unload on Thursdays and run for an hour or so, and I cry to him about what I need, and he takes it every week. So just want to thank, like I said, all my guys. Really good night for us. We'll take it. We'll go to SoCal.
Awesome. Well, Brandon, appreciate your time. Week. Yep. Sorry, it's your mic's shutting out a little bit. I don't know if it's on my end or whatever, but still appreciate your time, and congrats on your third place run, bud.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Brandon Wilkinson, and don't think I'm gonna let you get away, Mr. Steffen. Top 5 run for you tonight. I know you're thrilled.
For me tonight.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah,
hey, buddy,
definitely, totally. Man, just to be up there, that's like royalty with the tour mod guys. Yeah, so even with the pro in there, car felt great. It just, I think we were a little bit faster even than Brandon there and Zach, but we just couldn't get by him safely there at the end. But we're getting really close with the setups, and we're getting better instead of worse throughout the year. So looking forward to these next 5 or whatever.
Well, you had some interesting wrecks you had to avoid. It looked like you were playing, you had the video game car, so you were playing a little bit of asteroids or something, trying to miss all the thingies coming after you.
Yep, my painter didn't end up uploading that thing. Painter being me, but maybe I'll keep running it. It's good luck. But yeah, they were. I got lucky in a lot of those avoiding stuff, and it was more luck than being good there. But we'll take it tonight.
Well, great job tonight, and Mike, I'm gonna, I guess, go get in the Miata and race against you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chris.
All right, buddy. So Michael Steffen, I had to talk to him real quick. 5th place run. You're going to have to move yourself. 5th place run.
All right, cool. Yeah, get in here. We're going to start in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks, 5th place run for him, and I know he's a happy camper after tonight. So, all right, it's going to do it for us tonight. We'll step away and go get ready for Saturday night, USRC, and the Truck Series of Texas Motor Speedway. We'll be watching that and getting ready for some great racing this weekend and going from there. But congratulations to Kyle Ely tonight. Make sure you check out RycoMotorsports.com for all of your open setups you might be looking for. And if you're looking for a fresh paint scheme, check that out and more. Otherwise, I will see you next Thursday night at South Boston Speedway for that race, and we will go from there. So appreciate everybody for watching us this evening. And as always, if somebody gets mad because they hear you complaining that somebody wrecked you on iRacing, and they're like, dude, it's just a game, calm down. Say, nope, it's iRacing. See ya!